Hey guys, I want to make this video to showcase, well, I'll talk about my Garmin 840 and my Garmin Rally pedals. This is all tied together with my, where the heart rate on here is my Polar H10. But so I have all these external sensors, if you will, with the master board of everything being that Garmin 840. And I had some issues with it where it wouldn't turn on, and I had to well, I finally got it to turn on and kept on saying it was loading and loading and never turned on. Then I hard restarted it, talked to Garmin tech support 2 days in a row, and finally they were able to work out a master reset with with me doing some other trick with the buttons. But it's still kind of glitchy. Seems like it doesn't want to start immediately right away and stuff like that. I don't know, but that leads me to my topic of tech being too much or tech being cumbersome, and making you deal with more issues that you would normally have to deal with going out on a gravel ride or whatever. And are you able to, do you feel like you want to navigate that and resolve those technology complex issues that often require calling tech support, repairing things, having them send parts? They did send parts to my Rally XC200 pedals, and I replaced one of the pedal things. The sensor is in there, but it's still, as you can see, the right pedal is still not capturing all the data. And it gets to the point, yeah, some of it might be user error, and I have crashed this bike before. Not crash, but just fallen over and landed on that pedal. So it could be, that making things worse. But I did tell them that when I asked about that. I mean, had they just given me exchange a set of pedals, I probably would have been fine. And I don't want to have a bunch of e-waste, and I don't want to have a bunch of issues, but now I find myself more and more looking to buy things only where I can have a replacement warranty that's not going to make me go through any drama, where I could say something doesn't work, bring it back to Best Buy is where I do that most often, and they'll say, we're going to give you a new one, and they give me a new one. And I'm going to actually look up these pedals on Best Buy tonight, see if they have them. But this is getting to be a bit much. I probably will make an appointment and call tech support for Garmin. I gotta admit, their tech support is pretty good, but I mean, they're responsive, but it's just, they make you jump through a lot of loopholes. I send them pictures, so now when anything happens, I literally pull out my camera, I start documenting any little idiosyncrasy that I could find to demonstrate, even videos to demonstrate the issues I have, because I know it's going to come to that point at one point when it comes to getting them to follow through with some type of repair or replacement or something like that. So it's led me down that rabbit hole, which means I've got issues with this that I have to get worked on before I use these pedals again. I have other pedals for the bike. It's not a pedal thing, although my pedals are the other pedals obviously are not power meter pedals, and if I choose to have that data, then I have to use these pedals. And there are other brands of pedals. I do like Garmin. I like how their stuff seamlessly works together, but I also have, like I mentioned, I have the Polar H10 heart rate monitor strap, because the original Garmin strap that I had paired with this, that one glitched out, and I just replaced the battery. It didn't work, so I said I'll just use the Polar that I already had anyway for my Polar watch. So it just, do you want to deal with tech frustration? I guess at the end of the day, that's what you got to ask yourself. If you start going down this path with tech and start purchasing and putting these devices on your bike, like the power meter pedals, power cranks, like the Garmin Edge, the Garmin Forerunner watch, if you're going to use that, which I just noticed right now that my Garmin watch was not even running right now. I don't know why. And I thought I'd started it, but I guess I didn't. And you miss things like that too. I do like to start it with both modalities, if you will, because I like to be able to have a backup if for some reason it doesn't. So now I'm going to start my Garmin watch to capture this thing. I think what happened when I first started it, it asked me to calibrate it, which I did, and I thought I had started it afterwards, but I didn't. Anyway, and again, these are tech frustrations that, had I not had any tech, I wouldn't have these frustrations. So let me ask this question to the group of you that are using technology, whether it's a simple heart rate monitor watch or whether it's something more complex like power meter pedals or power cranks or the other things. Maybe you have a radar with your Garmin, maybe you have the lights connected to your Garmin or other things like that. Are you finding it enhancing and making you feel like you're gaining more value out of your rides, or are you finding it more frustrating and taken away from those rides? You guys know I ride a single speed. That's most of my videos are my single speeds and my hardtails. And I'll tell you, one of the things that I find most valuable about that is the simplicity and not having gears, not having a suspension, not having any of those things to deal with. So maybe I should take a look at it from that perspective and leave off the Garmin computers and power meters and everything else. I'll talk to you guys later.